Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the KingsCast. This is episode 5, and this is the spooky edition of the podcast. And I want to welcome my special guest, Jessica.
Hi.
Almost said your last name there. That would have been awkward.
That would have been. I would have get doxxed.
I mean, every time I talk to you, I always say your last name. I don't know why.
You put a lot of emphasis on my last name usually, actually. So
Yeah, it's a funny last name.
Don't say my last name.
I almost said it again.
Don't say my last name.
I'll try to avoid saying that during these 30 minutes.
All right, perfect.
That we're talking. But so today's cast is going to be it's almost Halloween. Halloween's a week away by the time this comes out.
Yes.
So, I mean, let's get spooky with it. So
I think we are both inappropriate people to be talking about this topic today.
Very much so.
Brandon
Right.
Doesn't seem to have much Halloween spirit in his heart ever. And then I somewhat do.
All right, listen. It's not that I don't have Halloween spirit in my heart.
Yeah.
I'm a little old, all right?
You're 17.
A little old.
That's not old.
I have come to a certain age where I would like to get free candy, but people would not give me free candy smiling.
That is quite funny, considering I am also the same age, and I will go and get
but
candy.
you are also
smiling.
about 5 foot nothing, and
5
you
foot
look like
nothing.
I'll tell you. Go ahead, hit me with the height.
I'm 5'3".
Oh,
That's not quite the
I
same
forgot
thing.
you jumped that extra inch.
Yes,
Forgot about
I
that.
grew an inch over the past year, which should not happen.
But I mean, that's amazing.
But I know it's
Maybe
a
I
big
can
accomplishment. I've grown more than you this year, I believe.
I've grown 3/4 of an inch. All right, let me be. I'm trying my
I have
best
an edge
here.
over you.
You think you're cool or something?
No, but I will be trick-or-treating this year because I believe that you should be trick-or-treating until you turn 18, and then therefore you cannot get free candy, and then you should give it out.
I have not been trick-or-treating since I think I was either 12 or 13 years old.
Last year, when I asked you about trick-or-treating, you bullied me. You harassed me.
I know, yeah.
Saying, you still trick-or-treat? Yes, I still trick-or-treat. What about it?
I mean, I find it kind of funny that you dress up in costumes and
Do
go
you
house
not
to
dress
house.
up anymore, at least?
I mean, if I have a party to go to, or if I have a party here,
yes.
then I'll dress up. But, I mean, I don't sit at my house and go, oh, I'm going to dress up for Halloween.
I mean, if you are sitting at your house. So therefore, you saying that you have Halloween spirit, but then I'm sitting at home. That's not Halloween spirit.
I mean, yeah, it is. Maybe if I'm watching a scary movie or something, Maybe it's spooky in my house.
I cannot watch scary movies.
Oh, yeah, you've told me this.
Yes.
You just don't do... All right, so...
No.
She gives me crap for not being in the Halloween spirit, but she can't watch horror movies and she doesn't do zombies.
No, not zombies.
I try to play Black Ops Zombies with her all the time, and she does play it with me.
I will.
But the entire time she's talking about how much she hates zombies, and she just won't stop, and it's great.
I try to power through. It's such an irrational fear too. Even though I'm scared of ghosts and stuff, that is something paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like zombies don't fit into the same type of paranormal genre, but I am terrified of them.
I mean, I've come to a point in my life where the scariest thing is dying, and I don't care about anything. I got over my fear of everything by walking up these basement stairs.
Okay.
After turning the light off behind me, I walked
up
the stairs.
I still leap into my bed when I turn off my lights.
I freaking had chills going up my back the whole time I walked up those stairs, but I did it, and I felt like a new man afterwards. It was a crazy experience.
Do you sprint to your car at night because you think someone is hiding underneath it, ready to slash your Achilles and then drag you into their car? I swear.
No, I don't have that irrational fear.
I have that fear that I'm going to walk and someone's going to slash my Achilles under my car and then I'm getting kidnapped.
We live in the suburbs.
Again.
I mean, if we lived in a city, if we lived in New York City, I'd maybe if I was in Queens and it was a sketchy street.
Not that far from the city.
I mean, yeah. But we don't want.
No, it's fine.
We can't let anyone know where we live.
Nobody needs to know. There's a lot of places not that far from the city, actually.
Which city are we talking about? You don't even know. Oh no.
Well, you said which city.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't say. I just said a city, and then I said New York City, and then you were like, "Well, we don't live that far," and I was like, "Okay."
We don't.
I mean,
but
yeah.
There's a lot of places that could say that. because everyone just likes to claim that they are near the city. So
Because if you don't live in the city or near the city, you're considered country.
yeah,
And people
we're
don't want to be
upstate.
called country.
We're upstate.
We're
but
upstate to everyone.
everyone.
But, I mean, in our hearts,
Yeah.
we're New Yorkers.
Yes.
You know?
But they don't see us as that. It's fine. People from the city, that is.
We're not akin to them. They don't like us.
This is just New York beef between upstate and the city.
How did we get to this point? So you have an irrational fear of someone sneaking up behind you and slashing your Achilles
Not
heel.
behind me, hiding underneath my car.
How high is your car? How?
I drive a Subaru.
Your
in
car is.
Breza.
Oh, okay.
It's not that much room, but like
Someone could do it.
I don't know.
Chucky. I mean, Chucky's a doll. He could go under there with his little knife. You know.
I cannot handle Chucky right now. You know what, Chucky? You know, like that kind of reminds me of like remember like 4 years ago the clown thing.
Oh my God! Like what? That was in like 2016, I think.
Yes.
2016 or 2017.
It was definitely like about 2016. It was like 8th grade for us.
I remember the killer clowns, like people just dressing up as clowns and running around at people.
Did you fear that, or were you like this?
I
is
thought
some
it was just
bullshit?
hilarious.
I thought it was some bullshit.
I mean, when I saw this stuff, I was like, okay, it's a clown. Ooh. And then I was like, oh, people, okay, just run over them. I mean,
normal people that did not have fear of clowns suddenly feared clowns that year, and I thought it was so over dramatic for no
stop
reason.
crying. Clowns are supposed to be funny,
Listen,
anyways.
zombies are scary. Clowns are not. That's an unpopular opinion.
I
That is
mean-
a very unpopular opinion, but I will say it.
Man, Jessica's really laying everything down on the table tonight.
Zombies are scary. Clowns are not.
I mean, when I was younger, I watched. My mom loved making us watch all sorts of horror movies, like as a child. So when I was younger, I like could not sleep at night, and they would turn off the lights and close my door and be like, "Sleep," and I'm like, I could not sleep.
They just made you.
Oh yeah, they made me sleep. They were
Have
like,
you
"Bro,
ever seen Monster House?
oh my God, I have that movie.
That
I have the
movie
DVD."
That scarred me. That
Monster
scarred
House
me.
scarred you?
Monster House was terrifying.
What?
My mom would play it because we used to have like the DVD player in our minivan growing up, and she
Oh,
used
in
to
the
put on
car.
Monster House, and I
Nice.
would cry.
Bro, Monster House is a banger. I never got scared of it. I loved it so much. Like the only part that was remotely scary for me when I was a child was the part where they find like the woman's corpse in the basement.
I
was like, whoa, that's kind of weird.
just did not like the house. I thought it was terrifying.
I mean, I'm not scared of my house because my house is my house.
But are you scared of the Monster House?
No. It's a figment of a movie. It doesn't exist, Jessica.
Just because something doesn't exist doesn't mean it's terrifying.
Not terrifying.
Terrifying.
I mean, well, we can have our differences, but I will agree with you on one thing. Zombies used to be scary to me. I watched Shaun of the Dead, and
Okay, fair enough.
it's a comedy. But when I was younger, I was like, this stuff is scary. The zombies are killing every one of their friends, and the worst part, there's a scene in that movie where his friend is zombified, and he wakes up in the morning and goes into the bathroom, like brushes his teeth, uses the toilet, and then he hears someone groaning. And so he pulls back the shower curtain, and there's his zombified friend in the shower. And I was like, whoa, what? They are in the shower. Because I'm like thinking the house is the safe place. They can't get in there.
literally.
And he's just in there. And oh my God.
The plot twist.
Oh, it was awful. I did not want to go in my shower because we used to have a shower curtain too. Thank God that we got glass doors on our shower now. But when we had a curtain, man, it took a lot of effort for me to go into the shower.
Like, I cannot. Showers terrifying. When the curtain. Sometimes you still gotta like look behind the curtain. Like it'll be at night too.
Oh yeah.
You're going for that midnight piss, and then you're like
The midnight
midnight piss, and then you see the shower curtain. You're like, I gotta look behind
Gotta
it. I
look.
gotta.
It's almost like
One of those things.
yeah, one of those things that everyone just does.
Like.
Everyone checks behind. No one lifts both toilet lids up. I don't know a guy who does that.
I don't have to worry about lifting
I know.
both up, so I cannot
I
agree with you there. I am
never
a
lifted.
female.
Maybe I shouldn't be telling people this.
Yeah, why would I? Yeah, what?
I
There's
don't
a
want
rage of
to-
people coming after
They're just
you
like,
for this.
what? You don't put the toilet seat up? I mean, I do when I go to other people's houses, but at my house, I just
At your house,
leave
you
it down.
don't.
Yeah,
just leave it
I
down.
just leave it down. I'm like,
And then
"Oh,
you piss on the toilet seat, right? And then
I
your
have
sisters come
very
down all
good
mad.
aim.
Your sisters come down all mad. Who pissed on the toilet seat?
If I were to do that, I clean up. All right.
Okay.
I'm
so
a very
you're,
clean man.
You are empathetic to others, I would say, right?
Somewhat, I guess.
Will you this season? I know pandemic-wise, probably not, but would you have, if the pandemic was not a thing, be attending any haunted houses this year?
I mean, my dad wants to do a haunted house in this house. He wants to do an escape room down here in the basement.
This year?
Yes.
I will not be going.
Oh. I am no longer coming in
attendance. If that is true, I will not be coming.
I mean, it would be fun though. Like you could.
No.
I can give you a tour of my basement, so you already know the layout. So you'd be set.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing it. I've been in a haunted house once in my life, and here's a story.
Oh man, I'm ready.
So this is not a formal haunted house I went to.
Okay.
It was basically at this campground we went to. We always used to go camping around Halloween, and the campground we go to did Halloween themed weekend. A bunch of like carving pumpkins, trick or treating at the campgrounds. Like that was a thing. And they had this haunted house, which was basically like BS, like put together by like gum and like wood planks.
Gum.
Like it sucked. I hate being scared.
But
so
it
I was
worked.
like, I'm never going in there ever because I just can't handle it. My now boyfriend at the time it was like, all right, you're going. I'm like, no, I'm not. He's like, no, yeah, you are. So he forced me to go into the haunted house. I made it most of the way through with my head just shoved into his shoulder blades, trying not to look. And then I made it to the exit. It wasn't even one of the actors who screamed. It was someone behind me that screamed. I bursted into tears.
No.
Curled up in a ball on the ground. My ex-boyfriend had to pick me up and help carry me outside. No. And the actor that was behind me that didn't scare me felt so bad that she had to help calm me down right outside of the haunted house. Oh,
that's great. They always get you at the exit. It's always at the exit.
I was through. I didn't even know I was there because I couldn't see.
Jessica was just blind.
Because I was huddled into his back. And I refuse to do that at a haunted house since then.
I mean, I think I'm trying to think. I feel like I've been to a haunted house before, but I'm not entirely sure. I know I used to go on like Headless Horseman hayrides.
I've never been there to the Headless Horseman.
I mean, I don't think they do them anymore, but I remember when they used to. They were pretty cool.
They still do them.
Oh, they do?
The Headless Horseman, yeah. They still do it.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty. I mean,
I don't know this year. Maybe not this year.
Probably not. They're not
There's
doing
not
a lot
many
of
things
things
happening this year.
Yeah. Halloween though, better still be happening. You can't stop. Know why you can't stop it? Because we're Americans.
It's on a Saturday.
Yeah. When you tell Americans not to do something, generally they'll do it.
They'll do it.
You have to use reverse psychology on Americans because other than that, it won't work.
Halloween is on a full moon this year as well as a Saturday.
Oh my god. Freaking trying to get me scared. I mean, it's 2020. Anything could happen on Halloween. I mean, I would not doubt.
Oh, you know what else is happening on Halloween?
People coming out of the graves. What?
Daylight savings.
Daylight saving time is on Halloween?
Daylight savings is on Halloween this year, and therefore that means we will get an extra hour of sleep on Halloween, no matter how late we stay up.
Extra hour of haunting.
That's terrifying.
That's what I'd say. That's what it is.
So,
is it at
Wait, is there going to be 3 a.m.s this year? Or is it 1 a.m.?
I think it's at 1 a.m. I think you hit 1
That would be scary if there were 3 a.m.s.
3 a.m.s? Yeah, because that's the haunted hour.
That's when you've been waking up, correct?
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
I don't know why, but I've been struggling to sleep. And when I do wake up at night, I always wake up at 3 a.m. on the dot. And I don't know what it is.
You aren't concerned by this.
Like when I used to wake up in the middle of the night when I was younger, I would break into like a cold sweat because the house would be dead quiet. And I would hear creaking and stuff. And I'm like,
because the house is settling and shit.
And I was like, oh, this is scary. But now when I wake up, I'm like, no, I just got to take a piss. And then I just go to the bathroom and I come back to sleep.
I was talking about the midnight piss earlier.
Yeah. But, no, most of the time when I wake up now at 3 a.m., I don't need to pee. I just wake up and I like look around. And I'm like, why am I awake? Can I please go back to sleep? I really don't want that to happen to me on during this last week of October, because the last week is the spookiest week, and I don't want anything
You don't want
happening
3
in the
a.m.
early hours of the morning to me.
When I was like growing up, because I'm very fearful, that is obvious.
Yeah.
I am very paranoid person. Like up until about only 2 years ago, if I woke up during 3 a.m., I would stay awake until 4 a.m. No matter what time. It could be 3 a.m. on the dot. I wake up, I stay till 4 a.m.
The longest I usually stay up when I wake up is like the longest has been an hour, but most of the time I can go back to sleep within half an hour or less.
I force myself to wake up when it's 3
You were
a.m.
like, all right, gotta make it through
now
this hour.
I can like look at it and I'm like, I'm fine, and fall back asleep. But you know what? I also had an irrational fear growing up of what's it called? Sleep paralysis.
I only sleep on my side and my stomach now because I am
Because
afraid of it.
You found out if you sleep on your back,
It's more likely to happen.
It's more likely. That was me. That still is me.
And I don't think I've ever experienced it. I might have as a child, and people say it usually happens to you at least once in your life.
I know.
And I'm hoping that it happened to me when I was younger, so I don't have to deal with that again.
That is terrifying. I refuse to sleep. If I do sleep on my back, usually it's because I'm like, I can't find any position. I give up. I'm on my back. I'm exhausted.
Man, if I'm going to sleep on my back, I'm turning my light on so that when I do wake up with the sleep paralysis, I can see.
No, that's terrifying. I can't. Sleep paralysis is like when you see like how can you wake up, can't move, and you see shit? That's
It's the freaking one.
That's terrifying.
Isn't it like you're still like half asleep, so you're dreaming,
dreaming,
but you're still
but you're conscious.
Oh man, oh my
So
god,
you
that's gotta be
can't move.
awful.
So you have
I just
consciousness.
got goosebumps thinking about like it, like on the edge of your bed, like you just see things there, and they start getting closer and you can't do anything about it.
I would probably cry. Could you even cry? I don't know.
I mean,
if
you
can.
could probably have, like silent tears roll out, blank faced, can't do anything.
Oh my god.
Man, I don't know how people go through it, especially like people who get it like often. I mean, there's got to be methods to avoid it, but
just
people that
don't sleep on your back, because that's worked for us too so far.
I mean, oh my
sleep
god,
only
if
on
I
my
get
stomach.
sleep paralysis on the 31st, I'm
3
actually gonna
a.m..
die of a heart attack.
This will be the this may be one of the last few podcasts then, if you are dead and
I
cannot
rip.
post.
Yeah, if I just bite the dust.
Yes, your other podcast will be floating on some computer file
Forever unedited.
Forever.
Yeah, unless
The raw footage remaining.
someone would put it up. Maybe my parents would put it up. Just like
Your podcast is it really?
What? I think these podcasts are golden. I don't know what you're talking about.
It'll be perfect. This will. I think your podcast would blow up actually if you died.
Oh yeah, they'd be like,
because we're predicting it.
And then they would make like scary stories out of it. He predicted his own death.
He predicted it.
They're quoting me right now. Right now. Taking to my words.
You know what? That kind of reminds me of. Did you ever get those text message threads? I mean, I don't know how much you were on your phone growing up. The text message friends being like, "Hi, like my name was Annie. I died."
Oh yeah, and if you don't send this to like 12 other people, I used to get those on Kick all the time because I only got.
Used to send them?
No, if I got them, I was like, okay.
I would up until I was 10, and then I was like, you know what? This doesn't seem likely.
I mean, if I got one of those during this time though, I might be like, okay, maybe.
Because like people,
they don't do that anymore.
Don't do that anymore.
So I mean, if you get it, it's like, whoa, what's happening
or
here?
maybe they just like stay below a certain age range. Maybe they're still passed around like 8-year-olds and stuff on their phones.
Yeah, probably. Because I didn't get a phone until the end of freshman year.
End of freshman year.
Yeah, because my parents were like, he doesn't need a phone. He doesn't go anywhere. And then I started going everywhere.
Yeah, and then you need a phone.
And they were like, okay, we'll give him a phone.
I got my first phone on our class trip to Boston in 7th grade.
That's the thing. They would have given me one sooner because they gave my sister one sooner because she was always going on the trips and she played soccer. So she was always going like playing in Westchester and stuff.
Go on the trips.
The field trips? The only field trip I ever went on was the 6th grade field trip to Splashdown.
You never went to Boston
Never
or
went to
Washington,
Boston
D.C.?
or Washington, no. I've been there, but not on a school trip. I never got to experience the school field trip stuff.
You're a traveling fiend anyway.
Yeah, I know. I give you crap for not leaving the East Coast.
Brandon gives me a lot of crack. No,
Give her both things.
He's never given me crack, but he has given me a lot of crap about being like, You've never left the country? What? My name is Brandon.
Listen.
And I am so bougie.
When
and
I was saying it,
travel
it made sense in
abroad."
my head. It was logical, but I didn't realize how like spoiled it sounded.
Yes.
So yeah,
Because I have never left the country.
you should do it sometime.
Yeah. You wanna pay my funds for that?
I will. You want to go on a trip with me or somewhere?
No, definitely not. No,
Could not deal with me.
No, I could not for an extended period of time. Probably not.
So going back to the spooky
Oh yes.
time.
Yes.
I think the scariest movie that I ever watched was when I was younger. I don't know how old I was, but I don't watch many scary movies because my parents always love watching them.
Yeah.
But like they don't seem to watch that many just because my younger sister is terrified of them. We watched the show Haunting of Hill House, and there's one scene in it where it's just like it's so unexpected. Because most jump scares, there's a build up. Like, you know something's going to happen. Like, they're walking around, like, the dark house.
That's the scary part.
They were in a car driving down the highway, and they were talking to each other. They were in the middle of a conversation, like, you would never have expected. They were arguing and stuff like that. And then they were, like, talking about, like, no, we have to go here because... And then out of nowhere, the loudest scream emits. And we have surround sound upstairs.
Yes.
So... the screams of the ghost come from behind us, and it's so sudden that my sister then screams, and then my mom and my father follow suit, and I'm like, this bitch is in the room. And I jumped so high. My sister burst into tears. She was so scared. She was sobbing.
I like that you're just like, she's in the room.
I was like, this is it. This is it. This is where I die.
There's no other possible solution.
Not gonna lie, Haunting of Hill House, it's not your stereotypical scary show, but it's really freaking good. I like it a lot. And there's one part where it deals with sleep paralysis, and it's freaking creepy.
No.
It's like the 3rd or 4th episode, and it's, ooh, man, it gives me chills, that movie or show.
Why did that remind me? Oh, I kind of, a month ago I had a white person in a horror movie situation.
Oh.
Which
nice.
was very interesting. So about a month, I think it was a month or two ago, maybe 2 months at this point, there was a very stormy night. Like, bad, like, and my dog freaks out.
Oh no, during storms.
Yes,
yeah,
she has really bad anxiety when it comes to wind mostly.
Oh.
So you hear the wind on the house, that just freaks her out. But thunderstorms will do the same effect. So she'll come and she'll scratch at my door, in and out, because she doesn't like staying in my room.
So she's just pacing.
She'll go in and out of my room, waiting for the storm to be over, and then when the storm is over, then she'll just stay out of my room.
Then she won't come back in
because she doesn't want to be in my room.
Wow,
she doesn't like sleeping in there.
What a dog.
Yeah, so she was in and out like every few minutes. So I was kind of like already awake, you know what I mean? Like not sleeping.
What time was this?
This had to be like 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
The 3 a.m.
No, maybe like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So like it was more like that, like right.
Where it's still dark.
Yes.
It's really dark.
No, it's very dark.
Pitch
in the middle.
black.
So I'm like, she's like running around. I'm like, oh my god, because I can't sleep. Like, because she just.
So you have your door open?
Because she's in and out. I don't usually sleep with my door.
scratching at it. So you okay?
Yes, I don't usually sleep with my door open. Only when she's in and out that I do.
Yeah.
And I'm like sitting there, and I hear right next the room next to my room is my living room, which has a deck connected to it. I'm sitting there, and I hear our deck door open.
Oh no!
And then I hear someone step inside of our house.
Remind you, this is 2 in the morning.
This is 2 in the morning, storming.
Oh
and
my god!
I go, and like you can hear, like because of the wind, it like the door just whoosh open.
And oh no!
So I'm like, okay, and then those footsteps continue through my house, but like they're not like little footsteps. No, these are like pounding, footsteps, like on the floorboards.
Is it like heavy walking or like running? Because
like
if I heard
heavy walking.
Oh man, if I heard like someone sprinting through my house, oh my god, I think I would shit myself.
So I was like, okay. So I did what any white person in a horror movie would do.
Time to hide under my bed.
No, I went and investigated.
Come on, guys,
So
we gotta
I was
find the mysteries.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
I was like, well, that doesn't sound normal. So I get out of bed, and I'm like, all right, let me go look.
Let me go take
So
a
I
peek.
go and I go through my living room. I go
Oh,
into my
no.
kitchen, and then on the other side of my house is my parents' bedroom, and then where the dogs sleep is right outside of my parents' bedroom. And as I enter, I don't know what my dogs were on that night, but they lost their shit.
When you walked in?
When I walked in, they bark all the time. They started the high-pitched barking. We don't know this woman. She is an intruder. We're
Oh.
going to attack her. Like that type of bark.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you're
so
talking
I'm like
about.
freaking out. My dad busts out of the room, and I'm like, he's like, "What's going on? I'm like, "What's going on? There's someone in the house." He's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, he's like, "I was just outside." I was like, "Oh." So I guess he went out our front door and came up our deck door. So I didn't hear him
Go
out.
out. You heard him only
I heard him come in. But
Oh.
one thing that should have concerned me, that if someone was breaking into my house, I think they had a little too much confidence walking into a house that wasn't theirs. Like the thundering footsteps.
Just waltzing around, not giving a damn.
Like I really
I mean,
entered.
either they're really stupid or they're like dangerous people.
I'm like, I shouldn't have left my room because that person's way too confident. I'm dead already. I'm dead
Yeah.
before I even know it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what exactly happened in my thought process there, but that was the result.
I mean, I don't think I've ever had experiences like that because I'm trying to think.
Well, you're not a paranoid person. Paranoid people get scary instances because they're paranoid.
I only get paranoid of being shot sometimes. I don't know why. Being shot, like taking a bullet
That's
through
not
the
very
head,
spooky, but-
that terrifies me. Even
Re-
though I know I
well,
wouldn't even feel anything if it happened, I
you
don't
fear
just
death?
the idea of being shot in the head terrifies me. But
I wonder if it's painful.
I don't think it would be because
See,
the bullet
yeah,
goes
I
through
don't-
your head. But still, I just the idea of it because I've seen a video of it, and once I saw the video of it,
Did you see the shotgun?
yes, it was that one.
If any of you have seen that video, I am so sorry. And if you don't know what we're talking about, never
Don't look it up.
try to look for
Well,
it.
they're gonna look for it now because
No,
they're curious.
but don't
But-
because we're warning you now.
I don't think it was the gore that bothered me. It was the
The
part.
no hesitation behind
It was
it.
the fact that his arm moved because reflexes
Yeah.
after he was already dead, and that part I was like, oh no, and just thinking back to it, I hated it.
yeah.
I don't know why I watched it. I don't know why I put myself through that, but
It was so sad.
it was so bad
He lost. I think
because I thought it was gonna like end before he
he
did it because I
lost
thought it was just fake.
For the story behind that was he lost his job and his girlfriend left him all within the same week.
Yeah,
So that is what led to
that my
that
god.
moment.
I
Yeah.
can't imagine someone taking their own life like that. I don't know how people do that. Don't do that. If you are,
Seek help.
please
Reach out to someone. There are people out there that care about you and will try to help.
And if you don't think there definitely are. There's
Brandon
someone
will
out there who would
link
care.
the suicide hotline number in the description.
And also, hey, if you're feeling down, hey, just talk to me. I'm always here.
He definitely does not help. Brendan is not good with mental health. Anybody that
why are you
talks to
sad?
Brendan-
Just be happy. I said
Mad
that I think I either said that to Brianna or Lorraine. I forget who it was.
Yes,
I was like,
one
why are
of
you
our
crying? Just
friends.
stop.
You're just like, just don't be.
That's what it was. You're quoting me.
You're sad. Just
Don't be. All right, yeah. So maybe I'm not. Oh,
Oh,
my bad.
is that 30 minutes?
Yeah, but wait, no. We still gotta keep going.
Oh,
Just a
yeah,
little bit
yeah,
longer.
just so we know.
We can wrap it back around though.
Oh, to spooky. Yeah, but it's from mental health to spooky.
It went spooky. Talking about.
I had a roast for you, but I lost it with the timer, so you're lucky. You were saved
man.
this one.
She was gonna boom roast me about something, probably making fun of people who are sad in my friend group.
Who suffer
I don't make
from
fun of them
mental
though.
illness.
I just don't know how to handle it. I just try my best. I try to be a loving, compassionate person.
How well does that come off across? Like how
See
well
how many
does
friends
that...
I have? You see how many kids?
Yes. We're alone right now, Brandon.
Mucho amigos, okay? Oh, muchos amigos. Muchas.
Brandon forgot to do his
amigas.
Spanish homework
All right, listen.
today, and he was trying to do it before the podcast. So
It's fine. I got most of it
I'll call him
like
out.
down. I got it. I know what I got to do. But
He went 100 words. That's a lot.
it is.
No, it's not.
It is a lot.
Not in Spanish.
I don't know what you're talking about. You drop Spanish, so don't even say
This
anything.
is not spooky.
All right.
Spanish is not spooky.
I mean, it is for some kids like me.
Yeah, for you it is.
But,
it's like a fear.
I never actually told what the scariest movie I ever watched was. I just went off.
Yes. Oh.
I talked about a show. I didn't say what the scariest movie was.
You never said that.
I never said, and I want to bring it back.
That was the scariest.
No,
movie.
the scariest movie I ever watched was probably a Woman in Black, and I think it was the second one. I think it was the second one. It might have been the first one. I don't know what it was, but I think I was young. It was like the movie was brand new at the time, and the movie had come out like 2013, 2014. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was already a year old, but it was relatively new at the time. And so I don't know what it was about that movie, but it took place in a dark house, and there was like one part where like there's an attic window, and like the guy's outside, and someone's talking to him, and he turns around, and you just see a face leaving the window. And I don't know what it was about that, but that shit scared me so bad.
Like, it wasn't even like a jump scare. It was like the up your spine.
Yeah, there was
tingle.
no music to it. There was it was just like the feeling of being watched. I just got it again.
You get the hair on the back of your neck.
Oh
standing
yeah,
up type
it goes.
feeling.
Yeah,
that's the type of feeling
awful.
you got.
Yeah, that movie, I don't know what it was, and that I think it was because also at the very end he ends up dying or whatever because he never makes it back because he's left the house, he's really far away, he's at a train station getting ready to go home, and then he gets like killed or something by the Woman in Black, and then that's where the movie ends. So it's a bad ending for a horror movie. And I was young when I watched this. My mom is evil, and she's like, "Oh, let's watch a horror movie together. It's fun."
The last horror movie I watched where I actually had to sit and watch. Well, I mean, technically, I did see. What is the one with Pennywise? What is the name? Yeah.
It.
I half-ass watched that movie. I watched it not really.
A drive-in?
No, I was in the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
It just came out, but I was so scared I was not watching it. My hands were like my eyes were in my hands.
No, that's what my sister
like
does.
I was like crying. I hate it. But the movie I saw before that was The Possession.
Ooh.
Which it's a girl. I forget what the boxes are called, but it was this little girl goes to a yard sale and she finds this box, and like I forget what this box is.
Never buy shit that there's no value from a yard sale. Just don't. Like, why do you want a little box? It
wasn't little. It was at least the size of this Game of Thrones box on our table right now.
Puzzle box.
Yeah, it's a puzzle box. So it was that big. And basically, there's a demon attached to it on the inside. But the little girl opened it, and it was terrifying.
Oh.
This girl had bugs crawling out of her mouth. Oh my god, bugs. I can't. Listen.
Thinking about it now. Jessica's not going to be able to sleep tonight.
No, that movie, my cousins were like, they try to trick me because I was like, you know what, Jess? Like, it's I have 3 older cousins. Like, growing up, those were my role models. I had 3, and they were like, Jess, it's funny. Like,
so they were bullies.
Yeah, they're like, Jess, it's funny. Like, when you think about it, and it's not even real. Like, look at these actors like pretending.
That's what my sister does. My older sister, she does not cry at any movie, and she's never gotten scared in a movie. I don't know what she does, but like when she watches a movie, she like turns her brain off. Like, I'll look at her and she's just dead faced looking at the movie.
So that's what they were trying to convince me, that like it's funny because it's not real, and that's what they're pretending. But that shook me to my core. I did not sleep for maybe months after that. Like, have a good night of sleep for months because I was shaken to my core. I must have been like 8 or 9. Like, I was terrified. Like, I bet your parents traumatized you with horror movies.
Oh yeah, my mom definitely did.
Yeah, with horror movies, but like that was my traumatic experience with a horror movie.
I think I'm gonna touch down one more time on a movie, but one movie that was kind of shocking. My mom thought it was really derpy. We saw it in the movies though. Like, I think it was in November. It was already after Halloween, but it was before Christmas.
Horror movies in the movie theater.
It was Krampus. And the thing that was off about it was I was like, it's Christmas. Nothing bad happens during Christmas.
Yeah, not with Krampus.
And then it was, that movie, it wasn't scary per se, but it was just like unnerving. It's like, this can happen at any time. So you're always haunted by the fact.
Do you like psychological horror?
What was that movie that came out recently? The Chinese actors or the it was so
Parasite.
Good. Parasite.
Yes.
Oh my god, that movie was freaking amazing.
Horror movies. Like, have you seen Human Centipede?
Oh man, have you seen it?
I have watched because I was like, I always thought it was a monster.
I
thought for all my life up until a few months ago it was a monster. I didn't realize it was humans.
It's humans
surgically
in a sense.
attached.
Oh my god.
From mouth to anus.
I've never seen it, but I've seen clips, and I forget when it was mentioned to me. I think it was in like 7th grade or maybe even 6th. But I remember people were talking about it, and I was like, "The hell? That's so weird." People would make jokes about it. But I remember I saw a clip, and I was like, "Oh no, that's no bueno."
I cried when I saw.
You seem to cry a lot when you watch movies that you don't like.
No, I cry a lot in general. It's not specific to movies.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't like it isn't. This isn't a specific like. All right, everyone here knows like I'm a pussy. Like I cry a lot with horror movies, but like in general, that's just
who I am.
Yes,
it's my character trait. I cry.
My strength is crying on the spot.
If you were a video game character, your character's ability would be cry. That's what it would be.
Effective 0. Makes me want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I really want to play Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Neither have I. But I want to learn how to be the
I want to be involved
dungeon master.
in that culture.
I want to be dungeon master. I want to run the game so bad. That seems like a Halloween topic. I want to play D&D so freaking bad.
You could probably make like a scary D&D because I mean it's
horror D&D.
Hard D&D. I mean, it wouldn't be scary per se.
I mean, not with me narrating it. I don't seem like a very intimidating. Yeah. I couldn't do the deep voice. Can you do a deep voice?
No, I can't really. Deep. I can't do. I don't really know.
It's like welcome.
That was just like a movie voice. That was a movie trailer voice.
That was not scary.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do scary voices. Do you see me? Do I look like a scary person?
No, I don't think so. You're a little charismatic, so
thank you. Yeah.
There you go.
I have charisma like 900. So if I were in a Bethesda game, I'd be great.
I don't think I'm that charismatic.
I thought you were gonna say you don't think I'm that charismatic.
No, I don't think.
You're pretty charismatic yourself. Resman, when I first had her on the show, she has like super high charisma, but only when she's around people she knows.
Yes.
Like when I first met her, she kept trying to kill me. She was right when I first met her in 6th grade. She had a death notebook. It was like writing my name in it. I was like, thanks.
I see a common theme with you about people not
liking me, even though I'm charismatic.
Even though you're very what?
People that are my friends try to. It's interesting.
Yes.
I don't really know how to explain it.
You become friends with people that often will make fun of you.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you like.
Such as yourself.
I do make fun of you a lot.
Yeah, you do.
You just.
It's a back and forth thing though. It's a energy. Bantering, you know.
Yes, because you also will fight back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm just a little more aggressive, I would say.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, I know there's a line.
Aggressive?
Me? Remember the whole thing I was talking about before with Cody?
Oh.
So I'm a little bit of a tough guy.
Yeah, Brandon trying to fight quarterback?
Yeah. I didn't try to fight anyone. I'm just surprised I didn't get like turned into a little grease spot on the ground by him. Don't know how it happened.
That would be spooky.
I
thought we were going to have to come back from picking up pizza with a good story for you guys about Brandon getting jumped by our school quarterback.
And his older brother.
Who
is also bigger than him.
Who is also the quarterback.
All right, let me remind you. The guy, the younger brother is 6'3". The older brother is 6'4". Oh. so yeah, there's a.
It would have made for a good story. Men. So sorry we could not provide you with that. But Brandon did not get jumped.
I did not get jumped. I would not be here right now if I got jumped by those two.
I could still be here. I could tell them about it.
You could tell the story. You can get it on camera. Got it on video. Brandon just dying. Trying to get pizza.
People would watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone here would watch that video.
It'd be my most viewed video.
Would you want me to record it?
I would want you to record it and post it on this channel. Brandon dies. The creator of this channel died, by the way. This is the video of him dying.
Oh, my God. That is terrifying.
That's funny. And spooky.
And spooky as well.
Wow, look at that. That was a great segue.
Yes.
Really good, you know. We're good with this stuff. See?
No. No, definitely not.
Turn around. Look at that dark room behind you.
No, you just scared
me. Oh
my God.
I just like how there's the window that goes to outside and it's pitch black.
Behind me, there is a room that does not currently have the lights on, and therefore I feel something behind me now.
Oh, it's a presence. Oh man,
There's
you
a
gotta
presence?
sit with it behind you.
I know.
I have a wall behind me, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
I would warn you.
Stop looking behind me.
Well, I'm just making sure there's nothing there, buddy. I'm trying to help you out.
I guess so. Would you warn me if there was?
I mean, I would try to. I'd be like, Jess, look out.
Look behind you.
If I went ghostly pale, then I think you'd know there's something up. I feel like, but in an actual horror movie,
Yes.
the tables would be turned and something would come from like through the wall and kill me.
Because they couldn't. That would be too obvious.
That'd be too
behind
cliche.
me from the
Dark,
dark
room. They'd come from the brightly lit corner.
We're looking around a bit. It is night while we are recording this, by the way. It is dark
8:46
outside.
p.m.
Yes.
Mid-October.
Yes.
Spooky month.
So it is quite spooky.
Spooky.
How many times? Take
How
a
many-
shot every time we say spooky.
I'll do a little spooky word counter in the corner.
Yes, please.
That'd be great.
Because you will get drunk so quickly. I don't
Oh.
drink though. Don't if you are not
Take a
of
shot
age,
every time I say
yes,
spooky.
That's what I meant. Take a shot every time we say spooky. But
Man.
the thing is, we do not encourage underage drinking.
We do not encourage underage drinking. Don't do it.
I do not encourage.
I do not. You thinking I encourage it? Why'd you specify
Brendan?
yourself?
Brendan?
I don't encourage anyone. I do not encourage people.
You don't encourage.
There we go,
You
see?
discourage everyone.
Damn straight. So, I mean, it's been 42 minutes.
I think we can wrap
I think
it up
we've
here.
spookified the people enough. I think they're pretty terrified. They're
Is this the time where
shaking
you
in
can
their.
plug my TikTok for me?
Wait. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I almost broke my phone.
Are you
there.
looking up what my TikTok is right now?
I haven't been on
Brendan.
TikTok in a while.
Brandon.
Wait, is it Jekant?
Jacant, yes.
All right, so I'll link it in the description, but you can find her on TikTok at Jekant. That's lowercase
Yeah.
Jecant.
Is there two C's?
I think there's the two C's. Yeah,
Brendan
probably.
Brendan learns how to spell.
Yes, it's Jecant.
There we go. You'll link it anyways.
Yeah, I'll link it in the
I
description.
appreciate it.
Look at that.
I post content mostly about running,
I'm just-
which is boring to some people.
I'm looking through it right now. and you're
Don't
wearing-
look. No, stop looking
This is
through
great.
it.
Look at all these photos.
No,
Man.
stop looking at me
You're in
on
front of me.
on your phone. All right, let's go.
All right.
Let's wrap it up.
Well, I mean, I usually don't wrap these up. They just kind of end.
Oh,
I just imagined it,
Well-
me editing this as the end, and it just cuts out.
okay. Well, have a spooky week, everyone.
Yeah, have
Stay
a very
safe.
spooky week.
Especially to doctors out there who
Don't
are working
die.
on a full moon on Halloween with an extra hour of their shift.
Oh, night shift doctors. Imagine doing that.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout
Stay
out to the
safe.
doctors.
All right.
Yeah, we have to. You got to say like a one-liner. That's where I cut them.
A one-liner.